Yeah, guys, in our previous class, we discussed about introduction to Java and history of Java. So today we discussed about object-oriented features. So first of all, what is object-oriented programming? Object-oriented programming is one paradigm. It has the following concepts, means features. So any programming language, it supports these features. That programming language is called object-oriented programming language. So the object-oriented programming features are class, object, message passing, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. So what is a class? A class is a group name consisting of some properties and behaviors. For example, when we consider like a person, so whenever you are calling person, that person must have a name and age, because every person is having age. These two are the properties of the particular person. And behaviors, your behaviors called walking, eating, talking, like some behaviors are having. So a class is a group name because the person is the one group name, or else animal, it is also one group name. Vehicle is one group name. Like this, a class is a group name. It must consisting of some properties and behaviors. In the programming language point of view, the properties are called variables or data members. The behaviors are called methods or member functions. So always a class is a group name consisting of some data members and member functions. And more important that the class is an imaginary part. Please observe, it is a logical concept because we are not showing the particular class. When I am calling like a person, are you showing the person? No. Instead of the person, we are showing like a Lakshman is a person. Dog is an animal. Car is a vehicle. Like this, instead of that class, we are showing object. So next concept is called object. An object is anything. It must exist in the real world. You are taking like a laptop, mouse, chalkpiece, blackboard, bench, table, like any. It is physically existed in the real world, or simply called as real world entity. But here we are not showing that the class, but we are showing that an object. So an instance of a class. An object is called an instance of a class. So like this we have defined class and object. So whenever one object is communicate with other object, then the two objects are communicate through methods. By using these methods, that objects are passing some information, that is called message passing. So while communicating through a methods, so that objects are communicate and passing the information from one object to another object. Then what is called encapsulation? Capsules. So in that we are putting some medicine tablets. So finally it will be packed. It is considered like one tablet or one capsule. Same thing like here also, what are the data and methods or properties and behaviors both are combined, and it is considered like a one single unit, that is called encapsulation. And encapsulation is the process of combining both data and methods or data and code into a single unit. That single unit is simply called as like a class, because the class is the group name consisting of data and methods. Same thing like encapsulation also, it is the process of combining a data and code. That is the reason one of the best example of encapsulation is a class. In the real world, when we are open the one bank account, now your class name is like bank account. Whenever you are open that bank account, we need account number and maintain some balance. So in this example, data is indicating account number and balance. Now we are performing on these two, account number and balance. So that operations called like withdraw amount, deposit the amount. So like this we are performing some operations on these data. Now we combined the data and methods both. Now it is called as one class. That name is called bank account. So now we are treated this data and methods both are one unit only. Data is not separate, methods are not separate. Both are combined. Now we call as bank account. So it is called encapsulation. Now inheritance. What is inheritance? So whenever the one class is having some data and methods, that data and methods used by other class, that is simply called as acquiring the properties from one class to another class, or acquiring the properties and behaviors from one object to another object. That is called inheritance. So simple example guys, your parents are earning some amount, means they are like a deposit some amount, consider like that. Now that amount is used by child like you, and you may pay your college fee or you may using like a pocket money. You are not earning. Already that amount is earned by your father. That amount is used by like a son like a you. So in this example, your parent is called as like a parent class, and what the new class, what the properties and behaviors are used by the new class, that new class is simply called as a child class. Parent class, child class, or superclass, subclass, like this. So means some properties and behaviors are existed, that existed properties and behaviors are used by new class is called inheritance. This inheritance may be applied in different categories or different types. Single inheritance, only one parent class and only one child class, and that child class is acquiring the properties from parent class. One parent class is called single inheritance. Multiple inheritance, so more than one parent class, and that properties and behaviors are acquired by a single child class is called multiple inheritance. Like a parent, father and mother, yet two parent classes are there, but only one single child class is there, then it is called multiple inheritance. Multi-level inheritance, indicating multiple levels are there, like your grandfather to your father to you, maybe you to your child. So like this, n number of levels are there, that is called multi-level inheritance. Then hierarchical inheritance, it is like a tree structure, only one parent class is there, but having multiple child classes. Single parent with multiple child classes is called hierarchical inheritance. And finally, hybrid inheritance means the combination of any two inheritances are called hybrid inheritance. It may be implementing multiple with multi-level, or hierarchical with multi-level, or hierarchical with multiple, or single with hierarchical. Like this, having any combination of two inheritances are called hybrid inheritance. Next one is called polymorphism. Poly means many, morphism means forms, many forms, means having the same name, the method is having the same name with different implementations. Or simply one example, like you are acting like a child in your family or in your parents. You are acting like a friend with your friend. You act like a student in the college. Means only the same person behaving in different ways based on the situation. Same thing like here also, the polymorphism means it is defining the same method name with different signature. That signature is indicating here different parameters. It may be types of the parameters, order of the parameters, or number of parameters. This polymorphism is implementing in two ways. One is method overloading, another one is method overriding. Method overloading means having the same name but different parameters. But overriding is indicating same method name, same parameter, but it will be implemented in one parent class and in child class. Parent class is having the same method name with same parameters. Child class is also having the same parameter, same method name with same parameters. And abstraction. Abstraction is actually, it is called as hide the data. So it will be hide internal data and it will be showing only essential data. That is important. What it will be hide? What is the internal data is there? It will be hide, and what is the important or essential data is there? It will be visible to the user. So here we are hide the data in two ways. One is hide the data, another one is implement is hiding. Just simply declare the methods, not implementing the body of the method. So like these 7 are called as the object oriented programming features. So we will discussing each feature in depthly in our next class, guys. Okay, thank you.